Yeah, I'm back again! Welcome back to the next episode of Showing My Black Book. This is the third episode of 3. Yeah, this is the third episode. I've already done 2 episodes and you can see the playlist over there if you want to see the first videos first. Yeah, and the last time in 2018 we stopped with this sketch here. This was 2001. Just imagine. And at this time it is obviously that I oh, look here. This is an autograph card from Cantu. I think this was inside of some graffiti magazines that I ordered this time. Yeah, and you can see the influence directly from his characters to my character. And Cantu still is a very big influence for me, but I never met this guy. I want to meet him one day. Yeah, and you can see there's such a big difference between this first graffitis here. They were so dirty, and suddenly it becomes a little bit more cleaner. Always the characters. Oh, this one here. This is a little bit longer. It is quite similar to the graffiti that I painted with Doge in Bratislava. A dragon. I was painting dragons my whole life, and I like a lot to paint these muscle guys. So cool. Anubis. But the letters, there's no structure at all. I even have 2 different kinds of arrows in this style. There are this squared arrows and this triangular arrows. Ah, I forgot something. I forgot to say something. Shit, I forgot it. And this video is sponsored by Squarespace too. Yeah, thanks a lot to Squarespace. So cool. So cool. Or this one here with this pencil again. I've done it sometimes before already. Oh, this one. Look, you can turn it around. And this is the good thing about using a folder instead of a black book. A black book was always a big pressure for me, because if you don't want to fail inside of a black book, but if you paint in a folder, it doesn't matter if you fail, you just don't need to put it in the folder, and the failure sketches, they are just not there. I was so proud about this one. And there was this extension of the A that even looks like a C, and if you read this as a C, there's even can at the beginning. And this zigzag arrow, this is the signature of Cantu. Nobody is allowed to make zigzag arrows anymore, because it always looks like Cantu, especially if you use something that looks like C at the beginning of the graffiti name. Color for the world. Yeah, and here he is again with a gun. Oh yeah. If you paint weird letters like this, you can just paint. You don't have to think about anything. There's no geometry, there's no symmetry, there's just nothing. It's just confusing letters. And this one here and this style here, this is just here you can see graffitiart.de. I uploaded this one on the graffiti sharing page, and I was really proud about that. And this was a gift for a girl. Her name was Pommy. Maybe Pommy, you see this? Pommy still has the original. Monsters again. Anubis. Yeah. Or this train. Oh, I was so proud about this train. But the character is, I don't know, I've seen this character somewhere in a graffiti magazine. And then I tried to optimize it in my own way. And I knew that this was the 11th of September in 2001. And there I wrote madness, sick madness. Yeah, it is crazy. I don't have to say anything about this. I don't want to talk about who has flown this plane, and it was terrible. Even for us in Germany, I still remember the day when I came back from school, and my mother, she was sitting on the floor in the living room, and she told me that the Third World War just began. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Are you drunk? And no, I was not that cool. I just say, what are you talking about? And then suddenly there was the second plane flying into the second building, and when the buildings collapsed, it was just like, wow, it was so terrible to see this. Yeah. Okay, but we have to continue. It is, yeah. This is nothing to make any fun about, and I don't know how to make it in a good way to talk about this theme. It is just, like you see, I had to put it inside of this graffiti, and even the style is not that bad. Yeah. The king, the crab, some more monsters, atomic monster war, and he has a flamethrower and he's fighting against this monster. Or here, I painted this one in the physics school lesson, the paper that is painting himself. I think this was a funny idea for a character. A quite easy character, but it is funny. I've never seen such a character on a wall. But it's... Oh, someone is at the door. Aliens. I like aliens, by the way. Aliens and dinosaurs. Who is there at the door? Okay, I don't know. Oh, this one. I love the color combination of this one still. And you can see here my number. I had this number that always appears in my graffitis, and it was the 172. I don't know why, it was just a random number. But here you can see the 172 inside of the fill-in. A quite good effect. And this one. This was the first graffiti where I made these tiny blocks between the letters, that the letters overlap on different heights. So cool. But I think this was inspired by a graffiti from Sweat. From Denmark, I think. From Sweat. Or a train. Some tagging stuff. Quite fast, but looks good. A tank. And I think this is something super weird in the graffiti scene, that if you use just one element that someone else has used once. I made at the beginning of this episode, I made the joke that the zigzag arrow, that he belongs to Can2 and nobody else is allowed to use it anymore. But I'm not that sure that this is really true, because there will be the time that everything was done once. And if this rule really would exist, then at some point graffiti had to stop. And I think that everything in graffiti has to be free for everyone, and that the young guys, sometimes I make a little bit of fun about people who are biting me on Instagram, especially if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know this, but I posted this sketch on graffitiart.de and everyone was saying, oh, you were biting Can2, because Can2, he has this super famous tank graffiti. Yeah, but I don't think that this is a bite. I know that I even knew that the tank graffiti from Can2 exists at this time, but yeah. Some other cool stuff in here. I had my number here and the R to F, because at this time I realized that graffiti writers are organized in crews. And I just wrote R to F and I just told the people, yeah, I'm in this crew, but it didn't exist, it was just me. I know sometimes I had too much fantasy in my brain. Until today. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one was cool. I was so proud about this hand holding this glass ball. But the letters, they are terrible. Terrible. If you just look in detail what is happening there, it is... I get cancer in my eyes because of these letters. Yeah, and now the era of Anubis ends, because these are the last Anubis sketches. I knew that at this time I was really struggling with the name Anubis, and I realized that I am not as good as a god and that I don't deserve the name of a god. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid, really. Because then I had for some days the new name Sweat, and when I uploaded this name Sweat, suddenly everyone told me, this name already exists. Matteo, ich mache gerade ein YouTube-Video.
Wir haben einen Maulwurf.
Ich weiß.
Cool, ne?
Ja. Bis gleich. And when I was writing the name Sweat, and when I uploaded it, everyone was like, Sweat already exists! But I just did not really notice that he exists, and yeah, so I changed the name. This was the time when I was changing the name. Oh, I painted him sometimes more even. Oh, this one is cool. Sweat. And it has some kind of style already. The E, and it's getting thin and it's getting big again. Or the T. So, yeah, it's cool. And then I had the new name. Eins. German language, the one. Oh, this one. Holy moly! I even painted the name Scar. 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 This is for you, Scar from the Super Bad Boys. I put some plastic wrap over it. I know that I had this sketch in my pocket for a long time. And I was always running through the school, and then like this. Yeah, here, look, I'm a graffiti writer. I was such a graffiti writer from the beginning. I was just the super graffiti writer. I had no idea about what I'm doing, but I was telling everyone that I am a graffiti writer, even if I had nearly no experience with painting with this spray can. But in my fantasy stories, I was lying the whole day. I was telling them all I was painting trains and so on. I'm living here in a small village. Nobody has any idea about this stuff. I was the only one, and nobody was there to prove that I'm lying. So my fantasy was so big. I was telling so much shit. It's incredible. I like this ones here. Really, it's cool. So, and now we make some sketches very fast, very fast, because otherwise we won't get through this. This is cool. This one here, with the pencil growing out of the end, and this is it becomes something like style. Oh yeah. I know, and then I. When I painted the name Zen 2, okay, the influence of Can 2 is so big. I don't know why all the people are always telling me that I paint like there. I think that I have so much more similarities to Can 2, especially at the beginning. It is embarrassing. Zen 2. Really? Really? If you just hide this one? Okay, this is an E, not an A. Zen 2. And this is from one of the school. This is one of the school papers. Oh, there's some mathematics stuff. I'm so happy that school is over. School was terrible, but a good painting time. Oh, this is cool. What a crazy idea! A fly was flying against the style, and it becomes to have something like style. But the E, it is hidden behind the S. Terrible. It's way too much. I would never hide a letter, especially not so important parts. Like you can't even see that there's a connection between this bar and this bar here, or this one here. It is so deep, sticking inside of the block of the 2. Zento. I don't know what was happening with me. And from the number 1, Eins, I suddenly became number 7. Is it you, 7? Alright, bitches, it's my name. Oh, trying to find a new name, but 7 is too close to scene, so I'll have to search for another one. And why did I write this in English? Even back in time. Crazy. And even the fill-in looks like scene. Hey, what is going on there? I did not remember that I was such a little pointer guy. It's terrible. Oh man. Oh man. But I'm so honest. You know that I'm so honest. Yeah, I wanted you burn my eyes. This was my first battle. I did a sketch battle. A sketch battle because there was another guy in another village and he never had a spray can in his hand, but he was doing some sketches. And I don't know how I met this guy, but I have seen him, I think, just 2 or 3 times. And I directly wanted to battle him, and I made a battle, and there's even, I even have his battle. Why do I have his battle sketch? And this was the battle between, oh no, this one this is the copy of the one that I gave to him, and he painted this one. He painted this one for me, and I was so disappointed about this. It was just like, what is this? What is this? Look what I've done, a cool character and a cool style. Yeah, I was disappointed. But at the end, this is a little part of history. So cool that I still have it. This will be a very, very long episode. By the way, I told you at the beginning of this video that this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an online all-in-one building platform for so many creative people outside who want to make their own business and who have no idea about creating a website. And they have all the tools that you need. You can build an online store there. You can make a great portfolio if you are a photographer or if you are an artist. You can link all your social media accounts there. And they even won an award because of their customer support. So cool. You can try it out completely for free, and if you build your website there and you want to buy the website after building it, you can use the link squarespace.com/smonova and your purchase will be 10% off. So give it a try. Okay. I always say, do you know that I call Doke always Doki? I call him Doki. And always when we are doing some voice messages, I start the voice message with hello dokie. And then he answers hello SMOE. Yeah, this is the first graffiti where I painted something that has something that is inspired by my hometown Warendorf, because they have these beautiful houses at the marketplace. And the characters, they're drinking some beer. This does not make any sense, but it looks cool. 7. Very fast 7. Another 7 with an owl. An owl with 3 of the noses. I don't know the name of. Yeah! Now, I remember this sketch. By the way, I did this this fading. Everyone was asking me, "How did you do this fading?" Maybe I can get a little. I can get a little bit closer with it, so that you can see it better. This is the fading. I did it with markers, and then I used colored pencils, crayons, and just fade it there. Pretty easy technique, just because of the reason that I had no money for good alcohol-based markers. I just used water-based markers that you have in your pencil case. But I was so happy because I uploaded this on graffitiart.de and I got 4.5 stars, and this was so incredible that I printed this one. at the 13th of December in 2001. Also, yay! And after that, I started to paint on a wall again, and I documented it with just one tiny little photo. Look here. But this is a cool style. And I ordered my first spray cans with a mail order. Some Montana spray cans, the black ones. Yeah, and this is the last one because now a completely new episode starts, and this sketch here is done with Copics. And I will tell you the Copic story in the next episode of showing my black books. Yeah, and if you like this episode, if you like the long episode, just write it down in the comments below. And if you, just give me some support. Just give me some support. Every comment, even if you write down that my English is terrible, or if you write down that my styles look like Can 2, I did not remember that it is like that, but it obviously is like that. The S here, this is the Can 2. The Can 2 2, just mirrored. But maybe this is the way how you start. But it is 18 years ago, so I think you can't blame me because of this. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope that you were a little bit entertained, and I see you in the next project. And don't forget to check out Squarespace, my sponsor. Woohoo!